Hey guys, so I've had quite, every time I post up a recipe for my fried rice, everybody asks how I make it. Now I did do a recipe ages ago on my channels about fried rice, but I've changed the recipe since then to make it completely sin-free. You can change the ingredients in this, but this is how I make mine. So I thought I'd update the recipe and just quickly go through everything with you. Dead simple to make. It takes about 10 minutes. And for me, the way I make it, I've always got these ingredients in stock, so I can whip one of these up at any time, which means I've always got a tasty meal in the freezer ready, because all the ingredients are actually pre-cooked or frozen. So what I put in mine is I put in some peas and sweet corn, some mixed peppers and some onions, all of which are frozen. Then I put some ham and some chicken chunks, both of which are obviously pre-cooked. I sometimes put prawns in as well if I've got them in for something else, but I don't buy prawns in especially for this. It's usually just the ham and the chicken. You need some rice. Now this is actually, so it's an amount of rice for one person, so you can either cook your own rice. However, I use the frozen rice from Iceland, and it is sin-free. But if you are using like a microwavable rice or a pre-cooked rice, please check the sin values on it. This one I know is free. It's the frozen rice from Iceland, and you get 6 little bags in one pack, and it's about £1.69, something like that, for all 6. So I use 1 pack of that, so I have checked, and that is sin-free. And then finally, all you're going to need is some soy sauce. That is literally all ingredients, and as I say, it's really versatile, so you can mix and match the ingredients. So I know when my mum makes it, she always puts in that devil food called mushrooms. But yeah, so it's basically veg of your choice, meats of your choice. You can leave meat out if you're vegetarian and just add extra veg. The main ingredient obviously is your rice, and then the only sauce I use is the soy sauce. So, and literally it's just throw everything into the wok. So I'm just going to show you. Okay, so I've got my wok here, and I'm just quickly going to just mist it lightly with some oil. You don't need much oil, to be honest, because as I say, all you're doing really is heating everything through, mixing everything up. So yeah, that's all. It's just obviously to stop the ingredients burning at the bottom of the pan, really. Okay, so we will start off with our peas and our sweet corn, our mixed peppers. You can use fresh vegetables if that's what you've got in, and your onions. So if you are using fresh, all you're doing then is just making sure they're cooked through. You need to make sure your rice is pre-cooked, so if you're cooking your own rice, obviously you would do that prior to any ingredients going into the pan. Mine was a microwavable one, so I've microwaved mine. It takes 3 minutes in the microwave, that frozen rice, so that's really good. And it's the same rice I use when I have my salmon at night, on a Sunday night, because that just goes in the microwave while the salmon's cooking, or towards the end of the salmon cooking I should say. The salmon takes a bit longer than 3 minutes. Okay, so once your veg is cooked through, you just need to add your ham, or your meats basically. So for me it is ham and my cooked chicken. Again, if you're using fresh meat, you need to cook it through prior to adding it in here, or I suppose you could just add it straight in, as long as you make sure it is cooked through before eating it. As I say, I just like to use the pre-cooked meats because it's just quicker, it's convenient. Like I say, I tend to have this for lunch on a Monday, so I tend to make it on a Sunday night. and it's just really quick and easy and ready for Monday morning. just add your rice in. And just keep stirring it, because once you add the rice has a tendency to stick to the bottom of the pan. So make sure you keep stirring it until you are ready to add your soy sauce, which is now. Excuse me. And obviously, because soy sauce is free, I just like to add a very generous helping, and this is what gives your rice its flavour. So, I mean, I suppose you can use other sauces. Again, obviously always check the SIM value of any kind of sauce that you use. But I just use the soy because it's a nice SIM-free one. I suppose you could use, I don't know, oyster sauce possibly. That's a bit Chinesey, so that might make it a bit nice. But there you go, that is it, guys. So that is cooked through nicely. Okay, turn the heat off, and I'm just going to pop it into a plastic container, ready to take to work for my lunch tomorrow. And there we have our fried rice, all ready for work tomorrow.